Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Woodland Pools. We are here at the Cardano Summit 2023. We finally have a chance to sit down with Encoins. Hello.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. So for those that don't know, maybe introduce yourself and the Encoins project and what you guys are working on.
Yeah, so I'm Vladimir, the founder of Encoins, and Encoins is a private transaction solution for Cardano blockchain. So it is based on NFTs. You can mint coins that hold some ADA value, and then you can redeem them for ADA.
Oh, interesting. So in the NFT that is minted, it's maybe part of the metadata that's what holds the information about what how much is held?
The value is encrypted into the NFT, so you mint several coins at the same time, and you decide how do you split the ADA value that you deposit into the protocol.
Oh, interesting. And so for the encryption, how does that work? So maybe talk a little more about that. How does that encryption part work in terms of how it works with the NFTs?
Yeah, so we use zero-knowledge proofs to encrypt the value. So the only public data that you provide is how much you send to the protocol.
Okay.
And then you get several coins. You know which coin is worth how much. And you can basically do anything that you normally can do with an NFT. You can send it, gift it. Also, we have a second mode, which is called Encoins Ledger. This is where you deposit the transaction, the coin into the protocol, and you can give this coin, transfer this coin to someone else, like without doing any transaction on chain, right? You just send the secret key to another person, and then they can redeem the coin.
Okay. And so then, in terms of, so it's encrypted using zero-knowledge proof, and then in the metadata of the NFT, is the proof what's published? So
the value is encrypted in the token's name, actually.
Okay.
So all Encoins share the same minting policy, but they all have different names.
And the name is the proof, or is it the hash or something?
The hash. Yeah.
The hash of the proof. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the hash of the secret key, let's say.
Oh, okay, got it. And so is the secret key unique for each transaction that's generated?
Yeah. So you generate two parameters. One is the value of the coin, and the second one is just some random number, and the secret key is just
the combination of the two.
Combination of the two.
Got it. And so that's the technical part of how it works. But so then for somebody who wants to then let's say for example, to your point, what goes on chain is the total amount that I initially send to the protocol.
Yeah.
Then from there, I imagine in like a UTXO fashion, there's some amount that I send to you and probably some change that I get back. Is that the idea? And then both of those are encrypted and hidden. So if I started with 100 ADA and I get some to you and some back to me, there's no way for anybody to know if it was 1 and 99 or the other way around.
Yes, exactly.
And so you use UTXOs that way to manage the change that comes back.
Yeah.
So with that though, so that makes sense in terms of how you keep that part hidden. But then for either consumer, how do I know then how much I got back? Like what's the user interface for then how I view what I now still have of my change that's in my Encoins that I have?
Yeah, so you have the secret keys for all the coins you own. Okay. Right? So on the interface you can see how much value you have, like the worth of all of each coin. Right?
And you see that? Is that that's on the Encoins interface?
Yes.
And then okay, and so then with that but where do those secret keys reside?
Yeah, so they reside in your browser cache. And then we plan to also back them up.
What if your cache gets cleared?
Yeah, exactly. So we are backing that up in a cloud, like in an encrypted way.
Okay, and so then that is what determines how much each person is owed. But then the actual ADA that corresponds to that, where does that reside?
That resides in the Encoins smart contract.
Okay.
So,
and then I see, and then you use those to reclaim the amount of ADA that you're owed.
Yes.
It's a very clever design. That's very interesting.
Thank you.
Fascinating. So then, so have you thought about? It's kind of something that popped into my mind. How I imagine then over time, potentially there'll be some amount of ADA that kind of just gets stuck there as people then like lose their tokens or whatever else, right? And is that just sort of like, is that just treated like any other like ADA that might be like, for example, if someone has a wallet they lose access to, well, that's just gone forever. So is that sort of the same mentality that you guys are taking for like ADA that gets locked in for tokens that are no longer retrievable, or have you thought about how to handle and manage non-retrievable ADA that corresponds to lost tokens?
Yeah, we don't have like a system to retrieve it back.
Right.
So it means that every user is responsible, and nobody can there is no backdoor to
Right.
the system. We cannot retrieve it for you. But we want to have like cloud backups so that people have some backup options for their secret keys.
Yeah. No, and totally. And the reason why I ask is because you can't have both. It can either be truly trustless, or it could be have recovery options, but then it becomes custodial.
Yeah.
So it's one or the other, right? So, and actually now as I say it out loud, it might be interesting if you had like two separate offerings, right? And one was purely trustless and that's it. And then, because we talk a lot about like onboarding people and getting like our parents or our grandparents on board.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, fine, but I want to recover my password option.
Yeah.
So it could be interesting if you guys had a way that you can do anonymous transactions, but in a more like Web 2 kind of way, like, hey, but if, a combination of keys or something, we can help you derive that back. I would imagine there would be a market that would want that, right? Like maybe not your initial purest target audience, but I'm sure some market would actually want that.
Yeah, I think this is actually a cool feature that might be coming in version 2. So what we are thinking is we want to go in the direction of like providing a backend and then so that people can use different front ends for interacting with protocol. So ideally they should be able to interact with the protocol using just their wallet.
Right.
That would be an ideal solution. And we, the protocol just acting as a backend, like providing some privacy for the users.
So how long has Encoins been around as a project?
We have been developing it for almost 2 years.
Okay.
Right now, and hopefully we will launch this month.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Awesome. That's great. Well, I'm glad that we caught you right before the launch then, because then what we can do is at the summit maybe next year we can see where you guys are at. And so, so what are your thoughts then in terms of, I'm sure you thought a lot about this, what are your thoughts in terms of where Encoins sits now with some of these large announcements about midnight right around the corner? What is your thinking in terms of, are these two things direct competitors? Are they complementary in a way, or are they serving totally different problems? Or kind of what are your thoughts on how those things coexist in the Cardano ecosystem?
Yeah, so I think Midnight is it's a separate chain. So the way it works is they will initially use the same SPOs that work on Cardano. They will be joining the Midnight network and will provide the service. But the blockchain is completely separate in another way. And so with Encoins, people have a privacy option on Cardano.
Sure, on the layer 1.
On layer 1, yeah. And with Midnight, they are targeting probably not individual users, but companies
Right.
who need to keep some data private, but maybe to share it with some parties, but not with everybody.
That makes sense. Okay, well, I know you don't have a lot of time, so let's maybe try and start then wrapping up. So, so first thing is, you know, we're here at the Cardano Summit 2023, and now hopefully we can sit down together again in 2024.
Yeah.
And so you guys have your launch coming up in a month. What are you hoping for, like in the next year, that you would like to see from the Encoins project?
Yeah, so as I said, we want our strong side is the backend, the protocol itself. So we want to integrate with different protocols and basically to become like an invisible protocol that acts
sure.
in the background, right? Providing privacy to as many users as possible on Cardano.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Any last thoughts for anybody back home, maybe how they can learn more about the project or if they want to get involved in some way?
Yes, they can visit our website, encoins.io, subscribe to our Twitter, and I hope to see everybody on the mainnet using Encoins very soon.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me. It was great
you.
to learn a little bit more about the project. I can't wait to hear more about it. If you have any questions for the Encoin team, let me know in the comments down below and we'll pass it on to them. And if nothing else, we'll see you next week. Thanks.